My text comes from some poetry by Walt Whitman, and I like Walt Whitman, using Walt Whitman because he's got such a lovely way of describing things or coming up with wonderful images in his poetry. He's often a little bit prosaic because he often has just a lot of lists of things when he's trying to evoke a particular image. He just reels off lots of lists. So what I've found myself doing with a lot of the Whitman poems that I like is actually deconstructing them to a certain extent and using my composer's right to take apart the poem and find the bits that I like and use those. Which might be a bit sacrilegious to some people, but I think I like to get the really nice bits of Whitman and use those. And the text that I chose for this piece is a bit like that. I took just certain lines that I liked from a particular poem and put them together. The text helps define the structure of the piece, gives it the meaning of the musical intentions, and also helps you try and find a way of expressing the text in a new way of finding deeper meanings or meanings that might be hidden when you're just reciting a text, whereas when you give it music you can do other things to evoke atmosphere or emotion or things like that. So it's I find working with text and with voices a much more enjoyable one than just purely instrumental on many occasions. And I guess what drew me to it was one of the concepts that you initially suggested to composers was the idea of the colours of the ocean, and my text talks about those things, about the ebb of life and how water can glisten and gleam under certain light and all that sort of thing. So I liked those images, and I've worked with the image of the ocean before in music, and I'm still quite attracted to it. So I thought that was a great way to get into the piece.